guys, so this video is because I'm moving in like a couple days. I have to give Nutmeg away, so this is me doing my last video about and with Nutmeg. She's here right now, but I think she just wants to stay in her little house. So basically, I want to talk about more about how I got her and what it meant to me. It is actually a pretty like big story to me. So let's just start by I was at work, and you know, as every restaurant there is, you know, a couple, one or two rats. You can't help it. It's just that's the fact of restaurants. They almost all of them have rats. And we were like serving. I think it was in like the daytime, and suddenly like a rat pops out like it was like sleeping inside a box or something, and then they took it out, and then it like went like it was like in the kitchen. And then one of the guys, he's like, I always consider him kind of like a robot, and he like grabs it and then like squeezes it. Me and my other coworker called it Marvin. You can hear it squealing, and then the coworker, so he basically the coworker, he puts it in a bag and like just starts squeezing it and like torturing it, and I hear it squealing, so like I'm starting to get teary-eyed, and I still have to serve the customers, so I'm like teary-eyed while I'm serving the customers. And I was trying to show that it didn't hurt me, but I was like, I like that time I was kind of new, so I didn't really have the balls to be like, what the fuck are you doing? And I was kind of just like, oh, here, look, Nutmeg's out. Hey, Nutmeg, look, it's Nutmeg. Right, Nutmeg? You smell kind of funny. Say hi. Yeah. Yep. There's the camera. So cute. I love you. I'm gonna put her down. So cute. Look at her. Look at her. Alright, anyways, so he's like torturing the Marvin, the rat, and then I'm like, later on, he like still keeps it in the bag after like half an hour, and that's when like all the customers kind of started to leave, and I was like, what are you gonna do with him, you know? And then he was like, oh, I don't know, I want to keep it here so I can show the other coworker who comes at 6, and it was like, I don't know, like 1 p.m. And I was like, what the hell, you just like let it go, or like, you know, just let it go like some outside in the park, you know, or whatever. And he was just like torturing it, and it like hurt me so much, and I was just like, what the fuck, you have no feelings, and stuff like that. And then he was like, and then I was like, why don't you just take a picture? So he took a picture, and then I like got some gloves, and I took the bag. I went out to like this like park thing. It was like a park by the street, so it's more like a roundabout area, whatever the fuck it is. And there was some like sewers there and stuff, and I kind of just like, I didn't know where else to kind of like let Marvin go, so I just kind of like let him there. I gave him a potato wedge, and his heart was beating out of his rib cage, and it hurt me so much. I was like, fuck, he's scared out of his life. And then after that, and then I like, you know, went back to work. But whatever it is, literally 3 days after that, that's when I found little Nutmeg here. And it was just such a coinkydink for me. I was like, fuck, wow. I think I just had this like rodent love. I don't know, I love rodents. You know, when I was a kid, I had guinea pigs and shit like that. It was like such a nice moment when I found Nutmeg. Also, like, okay, everyone, okay, in my last video has been like, oh, the cage is too small. That was a temporary cage. It was, and even, I still do have that cage, but I don't use it. It's more like, I have this other cage, which is a lot bigger, but I leave the door open. And so she's welcome all over my room. My room is pretty clean. The floor is clean. There are no wires on the floor. I feel like I have to make so many disclaimers because everyone in that video was like, oh my god, what the fuck, blah, blah, blah. I don't use an exercise ball anymore. Ever since that video, someone said that don't use an exercise ball, I just threw it away because I was like, oh yeah, that must be bad for their back. So I totally understood that. I leave the cage open, but Nutmeg still, you know, she still runs around the room and stuff, but when she sleeps, she goes to the cage. And that's where her food is, that's where her water is. She spends a lot of the time in the cage, even though the door is open. So guys, I am so sick of people being like, what the fuck, you're like they're like telling me that I'm a bad mother. I'm like, I can feel what is good for Nutmeg, and I can feel that. So like, I'm not a bad parent, that's what I'm saying. And it like kind of annoys me when people say that. You know, sometimes, like, cause she moves around at night a lot too. And one night, and she climbs up my bed. My bed is like this high from the ground, and I don't know how the fuck she comes up on my bed, but every single night she comes up on my bed somehow, and then she wakes me up, you know. And so the first time where like she really fucking woke me up, she just sat on my foot. Like I was sleeping on my stomach, and she just like sat on the bottom of my foot and just like chilled there. I was like, what the fuck is on my foot? And I like moved slowly, like in like fucking 4 a.m. and I see that it's her, and I'm like, oh my god, Nutmeg. And then just a couple of nights ago, she like, okay, I was like wearing like a loose top, and she just like went in between like while I was sleeping and just like chilled between like my non-existent boobs. And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like just petting her, and I was like, what the fuck are you doing here? So that's one thing that happened. I was just like, woo, oh my god, Nutmeg, super, super cute. And clearly she loves me. You know, she comes to sleep in my bed every night. Sometimes I wake up and like I don't really like when she goes on my bed because I'm scared if I squish her or if I like, you know, kick her or something. So then I have this like pile behind my pillow so that she's safe behind my pillow, you know, so I don't like kick her or anything. And she sleeps there, so she sleeps up on top of my head. Oh my god, what are you doing? Hey, Nutmeg. Yeah, so she kind of just, you know, sleeps around. No, not sleeps around, but, you know, she's very chill. I usually don't worry about her at all. You know, I can be out for a whole day and I don't worry or anything. She's really grown, really comfortable to her surroundings. She knows where every corner is. She knows, I know where she likes to store her, you know, seeds and all that stuff, and it's very cute. And I think I kind of related her anxiety to my good friend, Rowie, you know, because when I became friends with Rowie, I, like, really became friends with him because I saw, like, I guess how broken he was, and I really, really wanted to be, like, the person to fix him. And I guess that's the wrong reason to really, you know, be in a friendship or a relationship with someone just because, you know, they're broken and you want to fix them. It's kind of selfish because deep inside you're trying to fix yourself by fixing someone else, and that's not exactly work. It doesn't exactly work like that. And you know, he would tell me and said that I like really helped with his confidence and everything. And then he feels like he was the one who gave me this idea that Nutmeg is kind of like him. So Nutmeg's officially Rowie's daughter as well, because when me and Rowie were on DXM, we got married a couple times, like a couple times. So I guess he is my husband in a way. You know, I gotta stick to my word. I gotta stick to my word. Oh, Nutmeg also, she goes crazy for peanut butter. But not like, you know, I never, you know, a lot of people are like, don't give her peanut butter. I never give her a lot of peanut butter, and I rarely do I ever give her peanut butter. It's usually just like a lick on my finger, and it's very tiny, but she loves it anyways. And it's very nice. It's very cute to see. So it makes her love me a little bit more. But yeah, I love how comfortable she's become in my arms and everything. And when I call her name, like, Nutmeg, she like totally looks and stuff. And I don't know, I love her like a baby. And alright.